So it's all things sports. We're still here at Hero Stadium where we're having the All-Comers Meet organized by the Zambia Athletics, and joining me right about now is Zambia Athletics President Mr. Elias Mpondela, who's just going to speak to us on this event that's happening today and also what his association is doing to prepare athletes for the many games that are coming up. Good morning, Mr. Mpondela, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you.
Now, what exactly is happening here? I see there are a number of athletes. What exactly is happening?
Well, it's a All-Comers International Qualifying Meet.
Okay.
That means that here we are qualifying athletes for various events that will be taking place this year.
Okay.
We have the World Athletics World Championships in Oregon in July.
Okay.
We have the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham?
Yes,
In July. We have the African Senior Championships in Mauritius in June. We have Cali, that's Colombia, World Under-20 Championships. We have the Gold, Continental by World Athletics, which will be happening in Nairobi. So it's a packed year full of events that must take us to the world and go not only to compete but to win. That's our anticipation, to get on the podium.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing here basically is, like I said, qualifying in all categories, in the junior, in the youth, junior, and the senior, for all these events that I've just mentioned. So to us, this is an extremely important, competition. We have Zimbabwe here. We also have Mozambique that are also trying to qualify their athletes.
Okay.
So that's what's happening here.
Amazing. How many athletes are converged in this place?
It's 250.
250.
250 in all categories.
Okay, and how many numbers are we looking to qualify for these competitions that you have just categorically?
Well, so difficult to tell, but for the World Championships, we are looking at least 5 to represent the country. And when we talk about 5 and we talk about RODA, then we are talking about 100 meters and 200 meters. So we already have a national team in 100 meters and 200 meters. So that's the beauty of athletics. 5 people can give the best result and raise the flag for the country. For the African champ in Mauritius, we're looking at about 10. And if we add the 4x4, then we are looking at a larger number. But because of the cost, we tried to reconfigure and ensure that those same who are running, 4x4 are the same ones who are taking individual races as well. So for the Cali, we've already qualified 2. For the Colombia World Junior, we have qualified 2. Again, there we are looking at about 5. As you go down to world, the competition becomes a little bit stiff. And for the Commonwealth Games, we are looking at about 10 athletes. So all in all, we have camped about 15 athletes here. And you are asking, what are you doing? We've camped them for the first time early enough, thanks to the intercompany relay, which has started raising funds. So to what we've done, even before we stage the event, we've tried to assume that we'll have a lot of participation and poured in over 100,000 kwacha to the athletes that are camped at OIDC. That's part of the training, the camping, and ensuring that we're giving them the right, meals. I think we are serious on the right meals. Nutrition is extremely important, and that has become extremely important for us. And today, we are also identifying those we may not have captured in the 15 already camped, and see the kind of potential that they have, and turn to our cooperating partner, National Olympic Committee, to assist us. The podium performance, which is a ministry implemented through the ministry, the PPP program, to help us to supplement the effort that the intercompany relay is doing. So we are quite serious. We are very busy, and I hope that at this event we can qualify more people.
Amazing. Now, Mr. Mpondela, one thing that has caught my attention is that we have about 250 athletes in this place, and we're only qualifying what I would love to state as
that's normal. Yeah,
why is that so?
In athletics, we have a funnel system, and from the funnel we begin to sort of pick according to the the carding system, the people that are performing. Because when you begin to move to international, then you cannot take everyone. And even if we are to take many, like our target is for Africa, for Commonwealth Games is about 15. But sometimes you guys from National Olympic Committee know you have a limited number, and the government doesn't come through. We hope that this time, leading from that 250, some are foreign athletes, we can qualify more for all these various categories. And this is, I think, the second, All-Comers Meet that we are staging. It will indicate to us whether those smaller numbers that I'm mentioning will be the numbers or will increase the numbers. As you know, very soon we'll be going to the, I think next week, we'll be going to Botswana, international meet. Again, there we anticipate to take about 15, all things being equal, and hoping that we can qualify in a good number out of 15. And
the qualifiers for the Botswana?
Yes, the international meet is a qualifier, just like this one is an international qualifying event. The Botswana International Meet is a qualifying event as well. So we are good to go, and we think that despite the COVID having had some negative, straining, impact on how well our athletes must be exposed, we hope that the momentum we've gained so far will enable us to do better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I know a lot of people that probably are going to watch this and ask to say, but how are these events, how is the selection process done? How is the association working to ensure that we scout even for the best talent that might not have a platform as compared to maybe those people that are closer to the capital? How are you ensuring that we scout for talent even in the deepest of the country? Yeah.
Athletics, like all other federations, we are organized through the provincial athletics. We have Northwestern Athletics, we have Western Athletics, we have Muchinga Athletics, we have Northern Province and Luapula Uawika, but the rest, Eastern Lusaka, Southern, very, very active and central. So we catch athletes through those provincial area boards. But we have also, which we've been doing for a while now, extended our linkages with the schools. We are also asking them to help us, to identify the athletes. And we are also present at their provincial competition or district competition, the schools, so that we get more people from there. So really, it's through the provincial athletics network that we get even those from the remotest areas. But I think our focus now is, government has employed district, sports officers, provincial, and we think that we can work very closely with the government, the ministry, our own ministry of sport, youth, and our own ministry, sport, youth, and arts, so that we can, leverage the strength that the ministries have, the resources they have, to get those athletes that you're talking about. We have a big job to do. What we need is more funding, more strengthened structures in those provinces, so that they are able to capture those that we can't get here and those that can't come here. This event here is a premier event. It brings those that are doing well there, bring them here, and here they are carded, they are timed. Here they are timed, because there's an electronic timing system which then grades them, and it begins to help us to see those that are developing that capacity to continue being skilled, to continue being given the treatment, to continue being given incremental, training skills. And those that do well, we bring them to the High Performance Center here, which is hosted here. What we call the African Athletics Development Center is hosted right here. And then they begin to get a higher level training. Then here we have level 4 and level 5 training that is, scripted for that kind of skill that we require for a medal. In athletics, it's an average of 8 years before you can get a medal. It's a very complicated sport called athletics. You can't just come and run and get the rhythm that you need for you to begin to get 100%. 100 meters, you are already at 10, 10.1, 10.2, or 9.99. It's just not easy. There is a structured way in which we train them in order to ensure that they get the rhythm they need to run 200 meters, 100 meters, 400 meters, 4x4. 4x100, all these steps. And that is now what we do at the High Performance Center, which is hosted within the African Athletics Development Center right here. And we are one of the 6 countries out of the African countries that is hosting a confederation of athletics supported structure for the world athletics.
Ladies and gentlemen,
now, Mr. Mpondela, before I let you go, as president, what would be a word of encouragement to these athletes,
the team
ones
managers,
that are obviously
to
very
submit the
experienced,
relatives
the
to
ones
the
that
IT
are
department?
what would you encourage them?
I think there's no success that comes without preparing the mind. Success is a function of the preparedness of the mind. And also success is a passion, comes from passion, because you cannot do well in something that you don't like. And therefore, for my young athletes that are coming, I think develop that, the passion. If it truly running or throws, we do the field events there, or jumping, or is the career you want to pursue. Be serious about it. Develop the most important, the critical ingredient of everything is discipline. When you develop that discipline, and I see it in my own child, Suilanje, I see it there. I see when she said, I can't eat. No, Dad, you can't speak to me, I'm busy. I can see that her performance had been a function of that kind of discipline. You can see Rhoda. You see Rhoda. It's very clear that Rhoda is going places. You can see the level of discipline she's applying to herself. You can see Lumeka, you can see Queens, all these who are doing well. You can see that there is incredible discipline that they are embracing. And so for me, my core is that, look, we are open. Stadium here, we have also training that is not necessarily high performance. All those parents that are listening to me, bring your children here. We are here, based here, and we are ensuring that we expose athletics to everybody. There's also kids athletics. It's now reconfigured. We start them at 5, so that we keep on giving them the treatment until they reach 14. When they reach 14, transiting to 15, that becomes youth. And my daughter, my own daughter, I've seen her go through all those stages. It was not being called kids, but at every school. So Ilanji was Leaks International School of Lusaka. I saw her, and I have experienced it at my house level, and I've experienced it at the national level as president of the athletics, that we need to reinforce the kids athletics. We need to introduce it in all schools, and what we've done is cascaded it to the provincial athletics, and we are now mandating provincial athletics to now cascade it to schools, so that we are not the only custodian of athletics development and at the development stage of an athlete, that schools are helping us. Everybody must be involved. Only then will I stop talking about 15, 4, 5. Then I'll be talking about like football team 11 or 23. So that's the way the trajectory is. We are committed to ensuring that we strengthen the structures. Our linkage with schools is strengthened, and also we become a little more innovative. And in how we are administering athletics in those provinces, because that's where the problem is. The problem is right there. We don't catch them because right there they are not helping us, because we are at the head office level here. Ours is look for funding, strengthening the policies, ensuring that we create all the partnerships that are required, and our guys in the provinces to help mobilize, to help form clubs. Only then shall we begin to multiply.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
You've really given a very detailed analysis, and I think we appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.